A potentially dangerous drug sold all over the country, out in the open.
My personal favorite,
at a hefty price.
For one of them?
A father who lost his son wants to know why it's so easy to get. So where do these little canisters come from? Who manufactures and distributes bath salts?
Nice to meet you, man.
Meet 24-year-old Andrew Freeman here in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
We run a shift from 10 to 6.
He says his main business is supplying glass pipes and bongs to nearly 400 head shops around the country.
Basically, it all goes in here, goes in the kilns.
But Freeman is a national player in something else.
This product right here.
He's created his own brand of bath salts called Bliss.
How'd you come up with the name Bliss?
Just came up with it.
This is your idea, Bliss?
I did the packaging.
Wearing a hidden camera, one of our producers told Freeman he was an investor interested in the bath salts business.
Is this your unique brew? Yours personally?
Yeah.
Although most bath salts contain a chemical called MDPV, Andrew says his is a blend of that plus other ingredients.
It's MDPV.
Straight up.
Wool and other stuff that we brewed it with.
Right, that's what I'm saying, but how do you know what to brew it with?
My chemist, dude, I've been around for long enough.
And he says he spent tens of thousands of dollars perfecting his recipe.
I took the money I was making from these glass pipes and I invested it into figuring it out.
How?
Trial and error.
But would he actually consume his own bath salts?
You tried it?
No.
He says making and distributing the product has been quite lucrative.
How much do you actually do with bath salts?
For this year, January, February, March, April, I don't know exactly, but I know we're over $250,000.
Just on bath salts? So that's $250,000 in 4 months.
But has he heard if his brand Bliss has made anyone sick?
You hear the stories in the news, but I guess they never report whose it is, right?
No, I mean, if I deal with retail stores, and every once in a while, I'll hear, got one of my stores who sells 600 of them, told me some girl came in there and was just freaking out, like, I need some bath salts, I'll strip for you guys, just like any other drug.
Like any other drug, an acknowledgement that he knows what he's selling is not for taking a bath.
What's your name? What's up? Can you tell me what your name is? Really? Wow. Sweet. Do we know what our name is? Hmm?
Minnesota, Andrew seems to know exactly how to play the game.
Good to see you.
I'm Andrew.
Chris, nice to see you.
So we rented a hotel room and invited Andrew over. This time, I was there. He still thought we were investors willing to buy several $1,000s of his bath salts. My first question, what if the government did suddenly declare his formula illegal? Is Andrew one of those creative chemists the DEA is worried about?
Do you have a plan in place in case you do have to change it?
It's already done.
But he says his backup formula is secret.
So you already have...
Yeah. There's just no reason to start it because it's exactly that. It's a cat and mouse game. Why am I going to release something until this is done? We already have it. We're ready for that.
Now it seems Andrew may be getting suspicious about us, especially when I start asking more questions about his product.
Why bath salts? Why do they call it bath salts? I mean, is there a bath use for it, or...?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're for, really.
But Andrew knew his product wasn't for bathing. He'd already made that clear weeks earlier.
Just like any other drug.
But at this meeting, I kept pressing him.
So what's in it? I mean, is it dangerous in any way? I mean,
that's when Andrew starts picking up on who I am.
Do you have a card?
Do we have one in your briefcase?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of that. And like I said, it's a bath salt. That's what they're sold as. And that's what it is.
But I think we both know kids are snorting it.
I don't think that. I don't know that if they are.
Yeah, but I can't imagine kids are going into head shops and buying this to go home and take a bubble bath.
I disagree.
Fair enough. Well, Andrew, there's something you need to know.
What? Chris Hansen?
Yes. With Dateline NBC. And we're doing a hidden camera investigation.
Okay.
And we know for a fact that there are kids who have overdosed on products like this, who have gotten sick, who have hallucinated, who have become suicidal.
Listen, like I told you from the beginning, that is not the case. And please move those cameras. I'll finish this with you, but I'd appreciate that, or I'll just walk out.
Well, you can go whenever time you want.
Okay. I was under the impression that this was you. I know that. You know.
You're under the impression that was me?
Yeah. I mean, your voice, I could tell from a mile away, but I don't appreciate you trying to entrap me.
I'm not entrapping you. I just want to talk to you about this product.
And I told you, it is for baths. And I maintain that, and I told you that.
Don't you have any conscience about this?
Yeah, I do.
Don't you feel bad that you're selling a product?
It's not for that. I told you.
Andrew wasn't the only distributor we found. There was Linda in Las Vegas.
I would say probably every day I probably do close to $1,000 just alone every day in bath salts.
John in Las Vegas.
We get rid of about 4,000 jars a week.
What is the federal government doing about bath salts? Last month, the Senate held hearings.
You can say it's illegal to sell a product with this component drug in it.
And while the federal government hasn't banned bath salts yet, there is a growing movement by state and local governments to stop them from being sold.
Bath salts share much of the blame.
We must get them off our streets.
Boxes upon boxes full of bath salts. A countywide ban.
So far, at least 13 states have passed laws banning the sale of bath salts.
$80.
This little tiny thing?
And remember those head shops in New York where we bought bath salts? We asked officials in Governor Andrew Cuomo's office if they were aware of the problem. They told us they were looking into it. And just 2 days ago, New York State issued an order to ban the sale and distribution of bath salts. The question is, will efforts like these stop distributors like Andrew?
I mean, is it really worth selling a product like this to make money? Anything else you want to say, Andrew?